What's a decent, acceptable screen time from a child psychiatrist's point of view and an adolescent psychiatrist's point of view that's not going to affect them adversely? What's reasonable? In this day and age, it's really hard to keep kids totally away from the screen when they talk to their friends in school and they're playing all kinds of games and then all kind of TV shows. They feel left out and it makes them feel bad. So what would be a reasonable amount in your opinion?
This is a completely our Gen Z, our younger Gen Z and Gen A kids are completely different, and our
Mm,
COVID kids are completely different because this is the life that they're living, and what
yeah.
life will look like for them when they're adults and they're our age is going to be, we can't even imagine it because probably our parents didn't imagine that all of this would be going on with the internet and everything when
Yeah.
we were that age.
Yeah.
The world is changing really fastly. So, we have to keep that's the first thing to keep in mind. They're going to have friends that are online. They're going to have like entire relationships online. Their games and everything are going to be online. So we have to accept that. That's the first
Yeah.
thing, that we have to accept that this is their life. This is how they live it. They live their lives on social media. That's
Mhm.
just an essential part. So if you're taking that away from them, that's a much huger, like parents will take away, like they will ground their kids by taking away a phone for 7 days
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like we're looking at like adolescence, right? That's a
Mhm.
huge punishment for an adolescent. So you have to modify that in certain ways. Now, what I think is that giving them in the afternoon, like evening time, just about 2, 3 hours of screen time or whatever, internet, whatever they want to do. How else are YouTube stars born? They're going
Yeah,
to learn at that age. Otherwise, if you're not giving them that space, they're not going to learn what they want to do.
yeah,
But like also cutting it off at a certain time, 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., whatever, they're like 30, 45 minutes or an hour before their bedtime, you got to like just shut it down to where they can't access the internet or their
yeah,
phone shuts down or whatever it is. So that's one thing, right? The second thing is getting them involved in like sports and arts or theater or dance or whatever it is that they're interested in, so that they have in-person friends and in-person
yeah.
interactions. Will get them away from that screen time, right?
Mhm.
In order to like compensate for it, we complain that, oh, kids are not going outside and playing. There's a lot going on in this world where I don't know if I would even be comfortable. I would be very like scared for my child to be playing outside
Mm.
because the world is just not such a safe place anymore. But
Yeah,
if you're putting them in a sport or putting them in some kind of theater or something where they're interacting in an organized setting, then
yeah,
they will have friends in person and they will want to do. It's
yeah,
how, at the end of the day, how you're raising your child as well, not just, what they're doing. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
play a huge part in how they're going to grow up.